Hey everyone, this is Rob,
And Michelle.
and welcome to Bunebape, your weekly podcast on everything you need to know about old school RuneScape.
Meet Mer.
Alright, so this week up on the docket, of course, as always, we're going to kick it off with what we have been up to this week.
Yep.
And then we'll be going right into the very little that there is this week to go over, which
I'm grateful we have an update.
I thought it was going to be more, so kind of disappointed. But
I was randomly convinced Barlymore was coming out this week, part 2. It's not.
No, not at all. There are a couple changes, though, from Poll 82, which actually just happened the other week, so there's a couple quality of life things entering the game. And then there is some additional news regarding the Deadman finale that we will be briefly covering.
There's
and then
some drama.
Hopefully never talking about again.
Yep.
And then we will, of course, be concluding with some questions that the community has asked. So feel free to ask us any questions if you want to be featured in future episodes. The best spot would be any of our socials, but more particularly our discord.gg/Bunebape. We do have a question section. Anyone can join, ask questions about other games, this game, or real life, and we'll do our best to answer them.
We'll try.
Yeah, before we get into all that really cool stuff, though, Michelle, how's it going?
It's going okay. I am officially first page Scurious. I'm rank 25. I have like 12,400 something KC. I did not get the pet yet. Yeah, it's getting a little demoralizing, but that's fine. We just go rank at a time. I don't know, like, I already have the tab open. I should have the tab open. I don't know if I'm still rank 25 right now because someone else was going, oh, I'm 12,570. I am rank 25. Someone else, I got rank 25, and then the next day, someone else had already taken it. So I was like, I need to give my rank back. I'm only 24 KC away from rank 24, so now instead of focusing on the pet, I'm just going to focus on a rank at a time, so at least that's kind of distracting. I don't know if I've ever said this before, but like usually whenever I'm killing Scurious to keep myself going, I'll like choose a goal and like focus on that.
Yeah.
And I'm so far away from any other goals now that I'm like, all right, one rank. We'll just get one rank, and that's okay. Makes me feel a little bit better.
For anyone that doesn't know, I don't know why you would, but the rank 1 Scurious player has the name SG, like Sierra Golf, SG.
2-letter names are very rare, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I
very
don't know
rare.
what it stands for them, or if they were just saw it was 2 letters and they bought it.
Yeah. Also, another cool name, Enriched.
Enriched, are they on here too?
Yeah, they are in there. Number 13. And then the last one that I thought was kind of interesting is the person that's
22.
35 defense RFD.
Oh, I was looking at 22.
Oprah's. No, I thought it was kind of cool that they got Recipe for Disaster done with 35 defense.
Yeah, actually a flex.
If they actually did. I don't know why they would have that name if they didn't.
But anyway, yeah, rank 25, huge gains. Still no pet, but that's okay. Other than that, I did some tops this week. I was practicing doing duos with Villain, and we got a purple. He got leg guards, which are actually a 5 mil split in duo. So I was like, okay, that's more than normal. Like, I'm going to take it because, yeah, I'm spending all my money at Scurious still. So I'm happy about that. Duos take a very long time, and that's kind of annoying. I definitely like faster raids.
Well, yeah, I think most people do.
Yeah. But no, because some people like duos because it's more splits.
Well, yeah, but
Which
they're
is nice,
slower,
but
so.
yeah, so I feel like it even out over time. I don't know if that's true, but I like faster raids. They feel more satisfying. And then on Friday, that'll be August 9th, 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, I'm doing a special stream for 3 years affiliate. We actually hit that like 3 weeks ago, and I just didn't do anything because I've been distracted by work.
Yeah.
I'm going to be dressing up in a cosplay. Part of my cosplay may or may not be here in time, so I'm considering buying a backup one, or I don't know if I'll just wear an old one. I have no idea what I'm going to do there. I spent the last 30 minutes looking up stuff, which I don't know about the stuff I was looking up. Robert saw some of it, but he was playing games, so he wasn't really looking.
Yeah.
And it's interesting if I end up doing that. But I don't know. Twitch.tv/Bunebape. Come hang out on Friday. I have little goals, and I'm hoping that people do content with me on stream. Because whenever I do like theme streams, I am very just terrified no one will show up or hang out with me. So please come raid with me.
Yeah.
This is me begging. How are you?
Pretty okay. I actually haven't played RuneScape in like at least a week now. Just played a little bit more Path of Exile. Honestly, not even a ton. And one of my characters died. Unfortunately, I
Rip.
do play hardcore, so the character's just dead forever.
Was that the first one or the second one you made?
That was the second one,
Oh,
which
gotcha.
was a lot more squishy, so it was kind of expected. I don't even know how I died,
Squishy?
honestly. Yeah,
What does that mean?
the opposite of tanky.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So, I don't even remember how I died, but it was like some like lightning character. It was okay, honestly. I wasn't like super into it, so it's totally fine that he died. I don't know if I'll start another character or if I'll just do other stuff. I'm not sure. I don't really. I don't think I'm coming back to RuneScape for like the near future. I might like
Because of PoE.
AFK, yeah, because of Path of Exile. So I might AFK here and there, but you can't AFK in Path of Exile or while also playing Path of Exile. So it's like,
Yeah, it reminds me whenever I play Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm like, why did I pretend I was going to play RuneScape at the same time? I'm
yeah,
not going to play RuneScape.
yeah. Speaking of Baldur's Gate 3, they actually released a 1 year anniversary
Statistics things?
infographic
Ninja sent it,
statistics.
and I read it all.
Yeah, so they're
There's
pretty
still
interesting.
stuff I have not found in this game. They're like, this many people have found dinosaurs. And I'm like, what do you mean they where? What?
Yeah,
Huh?
the rarest one is at the end of the game. You can get a very, I guess, obviously special slash particular end where Lae'zel, because of certain events, ends up um
Unaliving
yeah,
herself.
unaliving herself, ending herself. And it's only 35 people have done it in the whole game.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I guess it must be a particular set of circumstances.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty interesting. They put out some cool stuff for that. I
I want to play more.
still have only ever played like a few hours of that game, and it
Mm-hmm.
was like like literally the first mission. So
It was so crazy you didn't like it.
yeah, I'm not really into turn-based games.
I didn't like them either. I thought that was so annoying for the first couple times I played it. And then after like 10 hours in, I was like, I love this. This is the best.
Yeah, like I can get into it more if it's like the vibe, but generally in games, I just like rolling up and like overwhelming enemies with like surprise and or like power slash damage. So
Yeah.
I feel like you can't really do that because it's like turn based and it's like super well balanced. So it's like kind of impossible to do that. Even though I feel like you should get an advantage for like surprising an enemy, but oh well. Yeah, I never
Yeah.
got into it.
Yet.
Yeah, never.
I'm still hoping there's time.
Definitely not happening. So I think that's about it though. I don't even know how we got into talking about Baldur's Gate, but
You brought it up actually,
yeah,
somehow.
I know. I don't know why, but anyways, yeah, not really playing much. Maybe I'll play soon. Who knows?
Oh wait, I did bring it up. I compared it to PoE.
Okay.
Never mind, it was me.
Yeah, there we go. Anyways, we could jump into poll 82, which, like I said, was just the other week, and everything passed except for one thing, which was to turn down the volume of the Nail Beasts.
Yeah, people actually want you to turn it up.
Yeah.
So we're just keeping it as it is right now.
So, in stark contrast to some of the more recent polls, they're actually implementing stuff from this poll almost right away,
Mm-hmm.
not delaying.
Very quick, actually. It feels like it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, because, like I said, some of the previous polls took several months to implement.
Yeah.
So, this is a nice change of pace.
Yeah. So poll 82. We didn't want to wait too long to start dropping you updates from the previous quality of life poll, so we're starting today with some of the smaller but fantastic improvements. So that means there will be more later. This is not everything.
Yeah, this is actually just very few things, as
Very
a matter of
few.
fact.
Yeah, so first, starting with the nail beast, they will not be quieter, but they will drop a few more nails upon defeat, which should help you make some more Sanfu brews, because, dude, thinking about having to make Sanfu brews on an iron sounds painful.
Luckily,
Like,
I
actually
don't.
doing that? Yikes.
I just get them.
I know it'd be good for, oh yeah, you do just get them. Good for, like, Nightmare and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I just
I
farmed.
forgot the it drops.
Yeah, I just farmed it from the Hallowed Sepulchre.
Oh
So,
yeah, that was nice.
yeah, I think I still have like 16. I don't plan on using them anytime soon. So, I think if I went for a 99, I'd probably have quite a few.
Oh yeah. Next, grab your saw, hammer, and plank sack as we head over to Mahogany Homes. From now on, you will no longer be shown the furniture creation menu to build a particular hotspot if you already have the items on you. Also, an additional change, we've removed the delay when drinking your tea after completing a contract. We have even more quality of life tweaks based on your request on the way in the next coming weeks. So these are not out yet, but that includes not being prompted to accept the tea to drink it, and contractors will have a right-click option to be given the same tier contract you just completed. Next up, some LMS changes. The Deadly Fog is now going to appear much sooner than before when playing. Previously, it took around 10 minutes until the fog rolled in, but now it'll be around 6 minutes. Alongside making the fog more scary, we've added the Perilous Moon sets as potential loot from the from the 75 defense LMS bracket. And finally, for Temporos, you will now have a quick start option to get you back sooner, so you don't have to wait that minute for no reason.
Yeah, if you are solo or small group.
Yeah.
That is it though. That's all the quality of life stuff. There is still a few things, but
Yeah.
not much.
Not the craziest quality of life, but I'm still glad they did it quickly.
Yeah, I guess probably most excited about the Mahogany
Homes.
Home stuff because all the other stuff kind of just is irrelevant to me in general. Yeah, I don't know.
I would have appreciated the Temporos whenever I was still grinding it, but now I've greenlogged and I'm 99 fishing, so I probably won't go back there.
And the fact that you've never soloed is also a
No,
factor.
I would solo Temporos all the time.
Oh, really?
It's better tickets or permits.
I just didn't know you soloed.
Yeah, I wanted the pet.
Oh, okay. But yeah, something else that they did change this week is going to be some animation stuff. So during the game jam, they, brought it up, and they actually brought it to the game relatively quick. Sometimes this stuff never even makes it into the game.
The dogs.
But yeah, the dogs, rest in peace. But
They're not dead.
actually, with Deadman over, they wanted to spruce up a few animations. So there are 2 animations that they are changing. So they say, before we dive into the more hyped up changes, we know that animation stalling of the Hunter's Crossbow and Sunlight Crossbow have been an issue for some time, so we fixed the bug from happening. So no more surprise attacks from those weapons, which is also nice. I didn't even know that was a bug.
Yeah.
The core of this update, though, is going to be for the Void Waker. This is the special attack for the Void Waker. Morrigan's throwing axes, Morrigan's javelins, and Asmumton's fang. Obviously, primarily, this is going to affect Fang users and Void Waker users. Most people
No one uses the other
don't
stuff.
use the Morrigan
Never
stuff.
used them in my life.
Outside of Deadman, you're not going to use it.
What's a
more
Deadman?
than likely. Yeah, exactly. Anyways, though, so the Osmumton's Fang, for anyone that hasn't seen it, I mean, maybe you could just check it out in game if you have it. It is more of a flourish, though. Both of these weapons used to just have like wide overhead swing, but considering the Fang is a stab primary weapon, it has a flourishing stabbing motion now.
Yeah, and it's like a little red highlight when you do it.
Yeah, much
I bet
more
that
flashy.
the Rainbow Rave will let it be rainbow too.
Yeah, hopefully. And then secondly,
Void Waker looks dope.
we have the Void Waker, which is still an overhead attack, but is slightly different, and it does have a purple red fuchsia lightning bolt that
Yeah.
accompanies it.
Before it used to have the lightning, but not that huge.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
Now, it does look really cool, and it is a special attack primary weapon, so you will be seeing it quite often, I'm sure.
Yes.
I think it'll probably look cool when you, KO someone with it.
Yeah. With a huge flash of lightning.
Yeah.
Next up, there was also some more animation changes. This one, they switched the running animation when you're carrying the Darok's Great Axe and the Soul Reaper Axe. I cannot tell the difference. No idea what it looked like before, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I don't know what it looked like before either.
Just looks
but,
like a guy running.
I mean, it looks good now, so
Yeah.
regardless of what they changed, I didn't think there was a problem before, but now there's no problem either. So
Yeah.
I guess that's pretty good. As for a few miscellaneous changes, so no longer will the trick emote be dragged down by that lone green pixel, and the alignment of the special attack animation of the Ancient Mace, Dragon Hosta, and Soul Reaper Axe have been corrected. We also removed the 1 tick delay on the return animation of the Tonzactyls. Okay, this is the
Tonalistics of Raylos. The
Tonalistics
Raylos.
of Raylos. That's what it's called. We're just gonna call it the glaive because that's what it is.
Yeah.
The special attack when charged, and the weapon's special attack now plays correct animations. So apparently there was a little bit of a delay issue on that. I'm wondering when they're gonna change. Do they still have the delay for standard spellbook?
I thought they updated it.
Okay, hopefully. No, they I think they updated that, but maybe it still has it where it doesn't select the correct spell if you get
Oh yeah,
drained.
they updated it so there's not the weird delay when you're auto casting though, because that was very annoying.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I knew they had changed one of the things. Yeah. Also, still waiting for that though.
Still waiting for them to just delete the wilderness.
Ooh, true, true, true. There,
I don't even want to be deleted. I just thought Robert would like that.
yeah, I would. So there you have it. We hope you enjoy this small Polish. Wait, what?
Polish, like nail
Pol.
polish, like you're polishing it.
Well, Polish is spelled the same, so this
Small
small polish
polish.
to some animations across the game, and who knows, maybe there'll be more in the future.
They made them all so Polish.
English is a dumb language. Why is Polish and Polish the same thing? No one knows,
It's
unless
not
it's not, and I'm
capitalized.
just a fool.
I think it is.
Yeah,
I love that you saw that and said Polish.
I mean, small.
In my game?
That's why I read it. I was like, small Polish. Who who is Polish in this game?
Probably some people.
I mean, no one that we saw here though.
We have some other changes as well. I hate whenever they do the outro and then they have more changes, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know why. We'll just go back and forth on these.
Sure. These are obviously going to be far more important than anything else we mentioned up to this point.
There's a few good ones. So first, tormented demons are less likely to lose interest in the player when they run out of range. If they do happen to lose interest, they'll still attack the player correctly if the player re-engages them.
Emberlight now helps cut through the damage reduction of effects of the Scotizo altars, just like Arclight.
If you meet an Armadillion guard doing a treasure trail, it will now have a small elemental vulnerability to air.
It should be large elemental vulnerability.
Well, I don't think that they're large even normally.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because it's just like, you can, but probably don't.
Yeah. The Avatar of Creation and Destruction, instead of one of them having a safe spot, now both of them each have their own individual safe spots.
Definitely thought they were just going to get rid of the safe spot. So that's an
think
interesting...
They maybe were going to, but then decided not to.
Maybe they couldn't for some reason.
No, I think it was like feedback, like they decided not to.
Oh, yeah. If you missed it, the Deadman Armageddon reward shop is now open for players to buy any Deadman rewards using your points. It says 4 available items. I totally thought it was more. I'm going to buy that animation skull from the GE.
Well, there's a bunch of different capes, so maybe they're just making that one item.
Mm-hmm.
Items you drop manually to the ground in Fasani's Nightmare will now stay there for longer, as they do in various other boss instances.
For standard herb patches that are in a state where they need attention, such as harvesting or curing, the click zone now covers the full 2x2 patch to enable easier clicking.
You would think that would have been there by default.
You'd think. You'd think a lot of things.
Players can now heat cups of water. This is the one that I saw that people liked a lot.
This one's like weirdly huge.
Players can now heat cups of water on a range or a fire. Bowls of boiling water can now be poured into empty cups via a make all menu.
Seems obvious.
If only.
You'd think.
But now, no, previously you had to click the bowl and then click the cup over and over again.
It is weird. Some trap hotspots are no longer missing from POH dungeons and houses using the Hosidius and Cozy Cabin wall kits.
Yep. That is it, though.
Mm-hmm.
They do have...
I think the most impactful is the cup of boiling water.
Yeah, I think so as well, probably.
And the Mahogany Homes.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah.
You were excited about that one.
No, that's the one that's most important to me, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Besides that, though, they do have some Discord events that will be going on in the very near future,
Yeah, they sound
including
kinda fun.
a mass event for Temporos, which is kind of random. But this is actually to celebrate the launch of the event channels that will be appearing in their Discord now.
Mm-hmm. And there's a link in this newsletter if you want to go join their Discord as well.
Yeah, or you could just go and not join the Discord as well. It's going to be on Saturday, August 10th from 8 p.m. BST until whenever, and on World 358. So feel free to join. It's just going to be mass Temporos. So if you're planning on doing Temporos anyways, or just could use some XP, then maybe go over and check it out.
Dude, that was reminding me of like being a kid or a teenager and having friends over for my birthday and being like, starting at noon, going till question mark. I'm like, who knows? We're going to get crazy.
Yeah, who knows? If you do want to know, though, or if you want any information, talk to your friends or something like that, there's going to be a there's going to be a game chat, clan chat / thing for this event as well. It's called 07 capital D Discord. Caps don't matter. I don't know why I mentioned that. But
You think they would?
07 Discord, we'll get into the friends chat and you can talk to other people in the event if maybe you get lost or something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Can you imagine everyone in this mask gets on the same boat and you, Rev Lane, you're just in a solo?
No, I just imagine you being on the
depressing.
wrong world.
That would also be depressing.
Yeah, but there are going to be JMods and stuff like that available, so maybe they can help you out, or you could just, hang out with them.
That reminds me of the time that me and Robert went to a beach cleanup because there was going to be free cookies.
I thought about this recently.
Yeah, and we could not find it, and we just walked along the boardwalk, like, sad at the beach. And we saw them coming back.
We came back, and they were in the most obvious place.
I have no idea how we missed them still to this day. But
Yeah,
by that point, we felt too embarrassed because they've been going for like an hour, so we didn't join.
Yep.
And we're like, oh, I like doing beach cleanups, and I like cookies, so that was a bummer.
Well, if you actually like hearing about the lore of old school, then you'll be happy to hear about this.
Okay.
So there's going to be a Discord stage, which is essentially the same as a Discord live stream. And this is going to be held on August 8th, so by the time you hear this, it's over. Anyways, though,
Oh, yeah, probably.
if you
Definitely.
did enjoy it, or maybe they'll do more in the future, and you take interest in the old school lore, they're actually having a bit of a discussion about it, including mods Ed, Errol, and Blossom. They're going to be leading the discussion on the lore of the game.
Yeah,
So,
Lord Q&A.
yeah, you can head over to the Discord and check out the stage. Like if you aren't on the Discord, they do announce when these things will happen before. So if you're just on Discord and not on these newsletter things, then you can just get updated there.
Yeah.
And it'll be much more reliable.
They also are recording the call, so even though you're listening and it's already happened, you can go still listen to it on their Discord.
Yeah. The recording will also be on Discord.
Yes.
So, but yeah, they do have a link for Discord, like Michelle mentioned.
Just join their Discord. They
Yeah.
want you to so bad.
They also do a mention for any time there are updates in the game, like this one as well, so you can get
I've
informed.
turned off my mentions.
Yeah. It's nice because I'll just like read it while I'm commuting or something like that.
He does not drive. Let's make that clear. It sounds like you're just driving to work reading all these.
I do drive, I just don't read them while I'm driving.
Okay, he also takes public transport as well. He does both. It's fine.
Yeah. Anyways, last but not least, the PvP arena is on a 1 defense pure loadout.
Awesome. Next up, Deadman
Armageddon.
Armageddon.
All right, so jumping right into it, we have some bans for
Yes.
Deadman.
Yeah, before we get into the bans, though, there is like a preface to this. So, Deadman Armageddon has ended officially. Over the last 2 weeks, we saw a huge amount of players get involved, and we want to thank everyone who tried the game content. Following each Deadman, we take measures to ensure that players were participating fairly. Over the next few days, we'll be performing the necessary checks and conducting.
Conducting.
Is
that like
quack, quack.
when people go to Kentucky but they're ducks?
Yeah.
Kentucky.
God damn it. And conducting investigations to deduce the validity of the winners. This means there will be some time before we can fully announce the winners and celebrations can occur. Remember, this is for a cash prize. Rest assured, we'll take swift action against any participants who broke the rules. And then there was some participants who broke the rules, if you want to read this update from August 7th.
Yeah. So for anyone that's been under a rock, there's been a lot of drama. Talk of the town, you might say.
To be fair, I wouldn't know if you didn't tell me.
Yeah, PvP is by far and away the biggest topic this week, and very controversial. But some people have already been punished. Some accounts are presumably bot accounts, but some of them are legitimate, actual cheater accounts. Either way, they have been like for real banned. It was 140 accounts in total so far, and
Yeah, as of yesterday.
I think Aiza in more recent posts has essentially confirmed that they are going to be banning more players, but they just haven't posted yet about it.
Mm-hmm.
And this means that they have been banned entirely, not just their Deadman account, but their entire account can no longer play.
What if they're IP banned too? Probably
I
not.
don't think so. I don't know. I feel like I've seen in the past that they aren't capable of doing that for whatever reason.
Okay.
I'm sure there's some weird hardware limitation for this game, but like there always is, and then suddenly there isn't. But anyways, for anyone that doesn't know, the difference between IP banning and banning someone is you just ban, like, if your account is account 100, they just ban the account, and then on the same computer, you could just make account 101.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, if you're really deep into your account, you might be pissed and not want to.
Yeah, but for a lot of these players, they got the account originally through illegitimate means anyways,
Probably.
so they will probably just buy another account unless they are hardware banned, which is a banning of the MAC address, which is built into your network interface card, which is built into your motherboard usually. So
Get a new PC.
yeah, you'd have to either get a new PC, a new motherboard, or just use a different computer. So it doesn't completely get rid of the problem. It does make it a little bit more annoying for those illegitimate users to begin with.
Definitely.
Um, but yeah, so 140 people have been banned because they have been proven through Jagex's eyes to be
Bad actors
bad
is what they like to say
actors.
normally.
Yes. But anyways, they are going to continue their investigations and continue banning people until they feel it is okay for them to actually crown winners for this, because it did, like Michelle said, it did include a lot of money.
Yeah. If you feel like you have any information regarding foul play in Deadman that may aid our investigations, please send an email to tipoff@jagex.com, ensuring the subject body is DMM 2024, and any links included are from Imgur, YouTube, Gyazo, or Streamable only. Please note that the team will not reply to any emails sent to this address. So you're not going to go and talk to Modash.
Yeah.
Purely just sending stuff.
You wouldn't talk to Modash anyways because he's not on the security team.
I feel like some people just think Modash does everything.
Yeah, I think most people think mods do everything.
Yeah. Before we go from this, we were talking about this the other day. How would you feel if with Deadman they got rid of the cash prize?
Yeah, I was
We were discussing this.
I never thought it made sense, and then someone brought it up again, and I was like, yeah, this still doesn't make sense, because if you think about it, it's just the PvP version of leagues, which also doesn't get a cash prize, and also the way they
What
hold...
does leagues have as a reward? They send you, do they send like medals or something? Oh, they send you
They do send you medals, I
if
think.
like the top ranking people. get
Yeah, like
something.
the one person that made like all of the XP, the one person that made like all the
Yeah.
most points.
But it's not money, I don't think.
No, not even close. But yeah, because like this has never been run well.
There's always issues.
Or-
And there's always cheating because obviously who doesn't want thousands of dollars?
Yeah, I think they want to make it more legitimate, but they like either don't have the means or the parent company is just not willing to make that type of commitment. But it's always run fairly shoddily, and I don't know why there's a cash prize even associated with it.
I feel like the only way a cash prize could work is if it was all in person.
Yeah, like for
Because like
instance,
the online from all over is clearly not working well.
yeah, I was thinking like it does work for other competitive MMO PvP type games, namely World of Warcraft. They have
They do it remotely.
They do it remotely, and they've also done it in person. But it's a fairly well run, and actually, it's been going on for years and years and years at this point. But
So it's
yeah,
probably a funding issue.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, they've gone through like lengths to make it like as legitimate as possible, and just RuneScape clearly hasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, they never have, because this has happened years in a row.
True.
So like this isn't the first time. We were actually just talking about the 2018 Deadman.
No, it's 2022 that you're thinking of. It's 2 years ago.
Well, I mean, I was thinking about both of them, I guess.
2018 is the year that we started, so I don't think we knew about Deadman.
Yeah, maybe it was 2019. I don't know, but both of those years, they actually had issues where multiple opponents were just DDoSed until they couldn't play anymore. Like they just had their
Yeah.
internet turned off by
I think
other
that
players.
was the 2 years ago.
Yeah. Well, it's happened in the past before that.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think until they are able to figure that out, because they've even come out with statements saying that players are responsible for their own internet connections and IPs being private and secure. So they clearly just don't care about that.
Yeah.
So I don't know why, until they can fix that, money's associated with this at all.
Do you think if there was not money associated, it would get rid of the cheating?
I think that there'd be significantly less.
I think there still would be some, though.
I mean, I think obviously you'd still have all the people chasing for clout, but
yeah.
I
But
think
not as extensive as it is now.
yeah, without money on the line, I think people would be a lot less willing to like do things that are like straight up illegal. So
Are they illegal?
yeah,
Outside of the game?
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it is illegal to DDoS someone. So
I
yeah.
learned something. I guess it makes sense.
Yeah,
But I never
and
thought
on top
about
of
it.
that, people are getting doxxed and stuff like that, which is also very illegal.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it would definitely dissuade things like that. I mean, this could and should just be a exhibition show match
Like leagues.
between players.
And I still like the idea of like sending the medals like leagues. And then you don't, if there wasn't money as well, you wouldn't have to do that weird raffle thing with the leftover people. You could actually just truly give to the people who place certain amounts.
Yeah,
Because you know how it is now, it's like 100 people, but we're going to raffle the money. So it's not guaranteed winner. Their attempts to not have people cheating aren't really enough.
yeah, it's not good.
I don't know. I really want to know other people's opinion. If there was no cash prize, do you think that would be better off? I'll ask that on my little Spotify poll.
Yeah, who knows? But yes, it would be. Anyways, we can move on to some
quick little news.
Yeah, quick little news, kind of like update reminder thing. Araxer is coming out soon.
On August 28th.
Yeah, 20 days
they
from now.
posted it on their Twitter. They did not mention anywhere else. I did not want to forget. I love the art that they posted for this too. The poster looks really cool.
Yeah, I like the little spiders. They look cute.
Spiders do look cute. I feel like you'd get the Araxer pet. You've been so spooned.
Yeah.
And then the other thing we want to mention is that the Summer Summit is scheduled for September 7th, 8 p.m. BST. That's 3 p.m. Eastern and 12 p.m. our time Pacific Standard. So twitch.tv/oldschoolrs if you want to watch that. They're always really fun.
Yeah.
I like them a lot.
I'd recommend checking them out. Some people are asking if there's going to be a new raid. What do you think?
No.
New
they
raid
just
announcement?
added a raid like a year and a half ago. There's no way.
I don't know.
I guess it's almost been 2 years.
I don't know.
That seems so weird.
This person I hope to see classic Torva announced.
That's not happening.
Funny.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's definitely not happening. But yeah, that's cool. That'll be interesting to watch. Hopefully there's some exciting stuff and not stuff that we already know that's coming to the game.
They're gonna be like Varlamore Part 2, Halloween, Christmas.
Yeah. But
I really love the Summer Summits. Once we get closer, we'll come up with our own little fake dockets on what we think it is. Once we know how many panels there will be, we could try to make guesses.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
One thing before I forget that actually it was pretty interesting over on Reddit. If you like do or don't go on there, you might have seen the post from RuneScape subreddit anyways, because it actually got like nearly 10,000 upvotes, which is quite a lot. And just about the drama in general, and it's the whole subreddit's flooded with that type of content.
Oh, about Deadman stuff?
Yeah, about Deadman stuff.
There's other stuff too that like we're not gonna cover.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
There's a lot that we're not gonna cover.
And like low-key scary stuff that we don't want to get involved.
Yeah, a lot of stuff that we're not gonna cover. It's already, and it's like kind of like beating a dead horse at this point, because it's like already known.
Like a dead man.
Yeah,
Armageddon.
beating a dead man, because it's been known for years and years and decades, unfortunately, at this point, that certain users are just not very good.
Not nice.
Yeah. We'll say they're not nice. So
yeah, what's the Reddit?
Yeah, the Reddit was, or the video was picked up about like Odablock's take on it, and it was actually even picked up further by Asmongold, the React connoisseur.
Really?
So
I didn't know he reacted to it.
Yeah, so he actually reacted to it. So maybe people are hoping that maybe that'll get more eyes on it, because once it becomes like a bigger problem, then Jagex might actually have to do something about bad actors this time around, instead of just saying they're going to.
Yeah, there's a lot of people talking about it now, so we'll see.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure.
But speaking of pressure, another thing that I think should have been removed from the game for a very long time.
Speaking of pressure at all, we are going to talk about the future of deathmatching.
No, that's definitely pressure for people that do it.
Yeah, well, there's going to be no more pressure anymore, because spoiler, they're getting rid of deathmatching.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
For anyone
actually
that doesn't know what deathmatching is,
I kind of do.
To put it very simply, it is actually a very simple thing. So back in the day, there was Duel Arena, which was Deathmatching 1.0. Essentially, you just put in 100 million gold, for example. Someone else was like, all right, I'll also put in 100 million gold, and then you guys fought to the death.
Yeah,
whoever won.
Gamble.
Yeah, it's literally gambling. And so whenever the Duel Arena was removed, they added Deathmatching 2.0, which is what we have now. They didn't add it. This is just kind of an emergent
player thing.
Yeah, this is an emergent gameplay for people that wanted to continue to gamble in the game. And it's essentially the same thing. People are like, all right, I'll bet you like 1 billion gold that I'll kill you, and then you are like, all right, cool, and then you kill them, or they kill you. And the thing is, you are just trusting that they have 1 billion gold worth of stuff on them. So, for example, like if their setup with Torva and everything is worth like, let's say 600 mil, then they would be carrying, the other 400 mil on them in either cash or other items. So when you kill them, you'd get the money.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing as Duel Arena with a few extra steps in between.
Yeah.
But that is no longer allowed and is a bannable offense.
Yeah, so we'll read the whole thing. Since the removal of the Duel Arena, the 1.0 version, as you called it,
Yep.
back in 2022, to stop activity which we deemed unacceptable in line with our rules such as real world trading, players have been pushing the boundaries of what is acceptable to replicate similar activities resembling what was previously available. In October 2022, we made it clear that both community chucking and any staking or dueling with the help of a middleman is not allowed. Now our focus has turned towards deathmatching. Deathmatching is where players fight each other in a PvP match to the death, where high stakes are being gambled on the fight as the winner gets all loot and money dropped. This is majorly, if not always, linked to real world trading. People will agree to use a standard set of gear and not heal anyway throughout the fight until one player is perished, leaving the victor to claim the money that was staked. So it's kind of like RNG gambling.
No, it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's straight up gambling. So I mean,
But I mean, like you're gambling if your RNG will be stronger, right?
well, yeah, because I mean,
Okay.
one, you're gambling because you don't know who's gonna get pid whenever you start fighting. You're also gambling on if, like, maybe you get like 5 lucky hits in a row and they miss constantly. So it
Yeah.
is, yeah, it's just straight up gambling at the end of the day.
Okay. So, deathmatching takes away from genuine PvP and has become an increasingly common way for players to engage in real world trading. These activities also encourage the purchase of accounts created and made with the intention of deathmatching. That's something I never really even considered.
Yeah, it's not expensive if you wanted to get into it.
Yeah.
And they do say, admittedly, it's taken us some time to get to this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I said almost immediately after this like started happening after the duel arena, I was like, why is this allowed?
Yeah.
Just as people move from the duel arena to PvP worlds doing what they do now, we'd expect them to do the same if we clamped down on it in public spaces. This type of activity would likely move somewhere else less visible. And whilst we're sure they'll continue to try, we've been working hard to ensure that we have a robust system in place to accurately detect and punish players participating in this activity where they may be within Gilnor, and we're now ready to start acting against those involved. So they do say they have a timeline here. It says as of August 15th, so just a week from now,
You still have some time.
deathmatching will not be allowed. It'll violate the rules as a game of chance, and you will be found guilty if you do this, and
And
will
sentenced to death.
be it'll result
Executed.
in a permanent ban and wealth removal.
Yeah, the first offense, though, will only be a 3D ban.
3 day
ban.
It is 3D
and,
as well.
Yeah, and wealth removal. And then if you continue more than that, perm banned.
Yeah, I think it should just be permanent ban at the first point. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know, but knowing that we have a week left, it almost makes me want to try. For like a small amount, like a mil. Like with friends.
Okay. But yeah,
Oh, wait,
anyways,
it's still allowed if you're not gambling crazy, huh?
it
You're allowed to
is-
just fight people for fun. Never mind.
Yeah, I think it's the trading of massive amounts of wealth
Okay.
that is disallowed.
Yeah, I was just thinking I could just go to the PvP arena and RNG risk it without money for fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
okay.
anyways, I am. If there is an amount less than 1% that is calculable, as far as this goes, I would be at that percent that they will successfully police this.
Yeah. Because I think that's where a lot of the real world trading comes in, right? And RuneScape is through deathmatching.
Well, yeah.
That's what I've heard.
I just don't know how
I've never
they're
done
going
it.
to be able to track this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, a lot of people like streaming their deathmatching. They could just find out like that.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just like a few people, you
Mm-hmm.
know. I guess you'll ban like all the people off of Kick because that's like what everyone over there does. But
Really?
yeah, that's like almost all of the RuneScape streams that I've seen over there. But
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. Besides that, like, I mean, I feel like 100 people could be doing this. You would have to, I guess, monitor their wealth transferring, but
I mean, I think that they can see when there's like huge amounts being traded.
yeah, still. But you could just be like, all right, well, I just traded my friend. Like that's not unallowed in the
Nah,
game.
I think a lot of people end up getting banned for this.
I think a lot of people. I don't know. I feel like a okay amount of people would get banned at this. Like if there was 100% if I had to say, like 30% of people will get banned.
Of the people that do it, and the 70% will continue doing it.
I think so.
I wonder what kind of sneaky ways people will do now. Because I do remember right after the dual arena, you were like, yeah, people are just doing it in the wilderness now. I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Or I
okay.
mean, they could like trade items that like seemingly have like low wealth value or something, and then they could just trade massive amounts of it,
They just Venmo
or
each other.
yeah, they could just yeah, I guess they could just do that. Like, I just don't know how this is gonna be policed. Like, I
Yeah.
think if they had a way to police it, they would have done it earlier. I
I
think
don't know.
they're just trying to scare people by saying that it's bannable now.
I don't know. I think I have hope that it'll be okay. For
Yeah.
no reason, I just do. I'm
Okay.
just a positive gal.
I hope so, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. But that's it for the updates this week. Another slow week. We do have some questions, though.
We do have questions.
Yeah. So our first question is related to PvP as well. This is a reminder. Wraith asked questions like a year ago, and we're just slowly getting through them.
Still relevant. Still
Yeah,
relevant.
I thought this was relevant. Some parts will not be relevant soon, but
And this is just a question. Don't get upset about it.
it's the question is what's your most unpopular opinion about the game? Wraith's answer is what might upset you. I think the game would be just fine if we completely remove the PvP community. Jagex has run this failed experiment in the wilderness to try and revitalize PvP, but I think it died years ago and there's nothing that can bring it back. They couldn't figure out a bounty hunter system that worked. LMS is overrun by bots. The PvP arena was dead on arrival. What we have left are entire clans of
Yeah.
entire clans of people trying to scam others in 50v1 scenarios. We have players who just want to take down defenseless loot pinatas running around the wildy because they've been lured there by something arbitrarily located in PvP area. We have a handful of skilled PvPers doing 1v1 death matches for insane amounts of gold to simulate gambling. I'm okay with all of that going away. So the thing is, I think we did previously answer this question. I think we did the unpopular opinion.
I think so.
So instead, I want to reword this as agree or disagree with Wraith's thoughts.
Well, I'm going to do both
Sure.
because I thought about the answer already.
Okay.
And it is wildly unpopular, as
Oh.
you can imagine. One, I agree. I don't care about PvP. I don't think it's good for the game.
I don't know if it should be completely removed.
I'm okay with it being in the game in the same capacity that it's in World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
In the fact that there is an arena that you can PvP and you can duel others.
Yeah, like the dual arena and LMS would stay.
Yeah,
Or like Bounty Hunter.
Like in World of Warcraft, you can PvP if someone else is like, yo. It'd be the same as if you can only PvP with people that are skulled.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it feels more fair. It's kind of like Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, exactly. Because like in World of Warcraft, there are contested zones, is what they're called, which are the PvP designated zones. Where if someone flags up and is like, "I want a PvP," then you can at any point go over there and attack them.
Yeah.
Which is okay because they signed up for that. They call it like war mode now. So like if you have it on, you get additional experience. So there are incentives to it, but you can just be attacked at any time. So it's an opt-in type of thing. Whereas like this, the entire area is opt-in, so it's like definitely different.
What if they just made all the wilderness single combat?
I think that would be a big step forward, honestly.
Because it is kind of funny that multi's even a thing. Because what's the point of getting ganged up on?
It's honestly so laughable. I wonder if you could even
It's
count.
kind of goofy.
I wonder if it would even make it into the dozens, the number of times multi was actually used in the way multi was actually
Which is
designed
clan
to
v
be
clan,
used.
right?
Yeah, that almost never happens unless it's a clan hates another clan for some other reason. That never
I forgot.
happens.
I literally didn't even think about how it's used for clan v clan because I just thought of people just ganging up on one person doing clues.
And then you go and you think, why does Clan Wars exist?
Clan Wars is actually really fun.
Exactly.
It's actually
That's why
super
I'm
fun.
like, you could just remove multi and be like, you guys have Clan Wars.
Clan Wars is pretty dope.
So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I think it'd be better if it was removed, or if they added a system that was like clearly straight up, you are both opting into this, and there is no vast incentive to do this other than the PvP.
Like, it's not you have to accept it to go to Willy Bosses.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, you want to do this piece of content you like doing that's not PvP? Well, maybe you might get hunted down by like 30 people. Who knows? Good luck.
I do think that if they got rid of PvP as we know it, that a lot of the wilderness would have to be changed. Like Chaos Ellie having a pet rate of 1 out of 300 would not make sense anymore if there's no risk going there.
I generally agree in that I think because for anyone that doesn't know, the wilderness was removed in RS3 for this essentially same reason, from what I understand. And then they brought it back because obviously old school is old school, and everything they did yet again 20 years later failed.
Yeah.
So it's clear they don't know how to balance it, if it is at all balanceable, which I don't necessarily think it even is with the premises that are in place right now.
Okay.
So yeah, I totally think the game would be better off if they changed it to be at least all singles, and I think it would be 2 steps better if you could only PvP Scold players.
Wow.
Because then it's like, okay, if you think about it, there's already incentives in the game for that. Because
Like-
if you go to Revs, you get 10 times the drop rate if you're
Yeah.
Scold with an Avarice necklace. 10 times. That's like not a small amount. So it's like, you could just add that to all of the wilderness. Then it's like, oh, I'm killing green dragons because this is almost the only place in the game where they're found and easy to kill early on, and I'm in the wilderness, but I don't have to worry about like sweating bullets because I'm a newer player. I don't know how to PvP, and there's 30 guys over there waiting to kill me.
There's not just like,
It's such a weird dynamic. No one in game design has ever thought this was a good idea.
I think I would not want to remove it all. I think the most I'd want to do is just making it like single, or if you could somehow do like just 2 people on one so it's slightly more fair. I think that the multi is definitely just taken advantage of to gang up on a single player, unfortunately. Which
Yeah.
sucks because like clan on clan fights do sound like they'd be really fun to watch and partake in, but I don't know if they happen enough to justify keeping that. Obviously, this is all hypothetical. I don't think that they'll ever get rid of PvP legitimately.
Yeah.
This is just me imagining it. I think Bounty Hunter and LMS, and I guess the dual arena would be like a good alternative to it. I like the idea of you saying everyone has to be PK'd. So maybe it'd be like whenever you go into
Scold, you mean?
Scold, yes.
Yeah.
Everyone getting killed. Maybe whenever you go into the wilderness, you like tick a box to be like, oh, skull me, and then you have like improved drop rates or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how it would work,
Yeah,
but
I'd be
I
okay
wouldn't
with
want
that.
everything to be gone. I'd be fine with the one-on-one in the wilderness.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that. Like, you hop the ditch, they're all like, yo, do you want PvP? You get 15% extra drop rate. I'd be all like, no. You could give me 200% drop rate and I wouldn't take it.
Yeah, I think that would be nice.
Yeah.
I'd like it. I don't want it to be completely gone though, because I was doing like LMS last week, and LMS is kind of fun.
Yeah, I don't know
To
why
be
they
fair, I was
don't.
fighting a lot of bots, but it was fun.
I don't know why they don't just incentivize controlled PvP more. Like, for
Yeah.
example, like if you did clan wars, you could incentivize clans to actually fight each other. If, for example, I mean, this is just because I just thought of this. I don't know if it's a good idea. But
Okay.
anyways, if you wanted to do clan wars because that's the only place to do multi in these, pretend ideas, then maybe you can like stake pieces of armor, not gold, but just like armor. Let's say like you're like, I don't like this clan. I'll bet you 30 sets of bandos that we can kill all of you guys
That's still gonna add up like crazy.
in like a 30v30.
Yeah.
And then this is how you get rid of items in
Oh,
the
it's an item sync as well.
in the economy. Yeah, so it's an item sync and a PvP sync, because once the items are traded to the winners, they're untradeable.
Oh,
Just so it supplies you going into doing more PvP.
interesting.
So those
Okay.
items are worthless because once they drop from your dead body when you die,
I think that one's
they're worthless
a
now.
little too much of a hot take for me. But I like
that's
your
fine.
passion.
Yeah, that's fine. I was just thinking of other things because
Yeah.
clearly what they're doing isn't working.
Yeah. I genuinely don't think they'll ever get rid of PvP. Which
I think I definitely think they would.
Really?
They did it before. Why wouldn't they do it again?
I think that they wouldn't just because they did it before, and like people are very upset about that. in
I think
RuneScape
if they
3.
had a poll, it would get a lot closer than people think.
I wonder. Pull it just for fun.
Also, that wasn't even my hot take.
Oh my god, unpopular opinions. You or me first.
I mean, I don't even know you had one. I just
I
wanted
have
to
a
do
baby
mine.
one. My unpopular opinion that I say all the time on stream is that whenever you hit 200 mil of a skill, you should automatically get the pet. I don't
Yeah,
care if it's increased drop rates, you still shouldn't have to do anything. And I remember specifically Eileen, I think during leagues, had to keep doing fire making for like a weirdly long time to get the Phoenix.
yeah,
Because you still, it's not guaranteed, and you could still go like weirdly unlucky. That's my
yeah.
hot take.
I think I always thought it should be like an exponential rise in chance up to 200 mil.
And then it drops.
And then once you get your first one, it just goes back to how it is now.
Yeah.
But like the first one, it should be all like, because for instance, the highest of all the skills, I think, is agility. And at 99, it's like a 20% chance or something, roughly
Yeah.
23% chance that you'll get a pet by then. And that's the highest one, I think.
Yikes.
So that's not very high. And it doesn't get any higher getting past 99
Mm-hmm.
because the buff doesn't kick in until 200 mil. I think the buff should kick in after 99. Like as soon as you hit 13 mil, it should be all like, all right, now you have a 1% extra chance.
Yeah, maybe like a tiny amount. I wouldn't want it to be a lot.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm sad I don't have Tangle Root at 105 mil. But also, at the same time, it will make it more satisfying whenever I get Tangle Root.
Yeah.
I know that. But if I go past 200 mil, it will not be satisfying and that will just be annoying.
Yeah.
I think at 200 mil, this should
I
be like,
think
fine, Jesus, stop already.
I think it should increase by like, I don't know, at least 1% every 10 mil. Because then at, 100 mil, that's an extra 10%. 200 mil, that's an extra 20%. But I do think it should be curved so that at like, let's say 10 mil, it is 1%. I think at 100 mil, it should be closer to like 15 to 20. And then at 200, it should be closer to like 30 to 40.
In a weird way, I almost feel like that's too much.
You just said you want it guaranteed at
I want to
200
know,
mil.
like, the 100 mil thing. I.
That's still 15%. If you think about it, 15%, it's still a point zero 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 zero
No, I
percent
know,
drop.
of course.
So it's still,
I
percents of a percent.
can't elaborate why, but I just want to drop to 200, and that's the only change I want.
so
What is your hot take?
my hot
I knew
take,
you were gonna make fun of me, so I'm like, change the subject.
yeah, my hot take is very hot, and
Yours
I
is
will
like delete the wilderness.
understand you not agreeing, but hear me out.
Oh,
As I do think this would overall be more interesting.
I know what you're gonna say. I think.
No, you don't, because I
Okay.
just thought of this.
Okay.
I've never said this before either.
Oh.
I think all items in the game that are not consumables, so we're not talking potions or
Food
supplies,
stuff.
ores, whatever. I'm mainly talking about boss drops, staffs from
You're gonna
slayers.
say they should be untradeable.
They should be untradeable
Disagree.
or just not sellable on the GE.
Disagree, but I understand where you're coming from. To be fair.
Because I think like having unlimited supplies essentially is more than plenty enough.
He's trying to force us all to be irons, which is what I thought you were gonna say. Is that all accounts should be irons? And you basically said that, but not supplies though.
No, because it's in between. It's kind of like what
A half iron.
yeah, it's kind of like half iron, or I've seen people do half iron. I've seen people do bronze man, which is like if you found an item before, you can now purchase it. Which I think is fine because it's like, oh, you've acquired this item, you know what it takes to get this item, and this is just skipping the grind that you would have to have done if you were full iron.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's
I didn't
like,
know that's what bronzeman was.
yeah, it's like, oh, let's say you've made a stamina. It's like, cool. Now
Now
you
you can
know
buy
you know what it
staminas.
takes to make the stamina. Let's skip the 7,000 amylase you have to grind, and let's just buy the potion because we know you know how to get it.
Yeah.
And so I think if the game was based around that, and it's like, oh, you farmed a scythe, that's crazy. You can buy unlimited now.
I'm thinking of Leto on his iron that still hasn't gone to scythe.
Yeah. Obviously that wouldn't be the case in my example. I still think like with unlimited supplies, assuming you're just buying them, then I think that is more than enough for people to like want to constantly chase items because My main problem with mains is the fact that you can buy endgame.
Yeah.
Everything in the game that's endgame you can buy, except for technically the Inferno Cape, whatever.
Which a lot of people buy.
Yeah. So everything in the game is buyable, which is my
Yeah.
main problem. So if you remove
I don't mind that
that,
because it's a lot of money to buy, and I still don't have a lot of it.
yeah, exactly. Most people wouldn't. This would never even be a problem for most people, except for the end game. Like the Wallet Kings would obviously not like it,
Villain
and
with his 11 shadows.
yeah, or people like that. They get super spooned. Like you can still trade it to your group iron if you're in a group iron, but that's
Nah,
it.
I wouldn't like it just because, like, then you're screwed if you go dry. If you can make it dry.
Yeah, maybe.
And I like hitting hard.
I think like a proper countermeasure for like if you like do get lucky, like if you get like 10 bandos, you're like or 10 BCPs, you're like, oh, this sucks. Maybe make the high alk really high. Not the
You
same
can
as
still sell it?
no high alk.
No, but you couldn't sell it because no one would be able to buy it.
You could sell it for like whatever the the NPC's gonna pay for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could like high alk it for like instead of the 20-30 mil it's worth for like 5 mil. Like it's a lot, and you can
Yeah.
use that to buy supplies to continue playing.
Interesting. I definitely don't like it, but that's a hot take.
I think, yeah, I know it's a hot take. I do think a lot of players would like the game, especially this type of extremely grindy game already, more than they would think.
I think a lot of people would probably like irons, even though they don't think that they would.
Yeah,
I know
agree.
genuinely I would probably love having an iron, but I have so much done on my main and I'm so attached to it. I can't give up on it.
Okay.
Next question is from Matt over on Discord. This is a multi-question thing. So, do you have any desire to get to 200 mil XP in any skill? I'm just going to pause and answer that. No.
No.
Okay. Next question. What skill would you most enjoy getting to 200 mil in? And what skill would you least enjoy getting to 200 mil in? Least enjoy agility. Running in circles for the rest of your life? Nar. No, not me.
Least enjoy would, funny enough, be like herb lore.
Herblore kind of sucks.
I don't like herb
I'm
lore.
really
I
excited
was
for
gonna
the
say-
minigame to come out this year.
Yeah, that might change my mind.
That might change it.
I-
Because runecrafting used to be my least favorite. Now I don't mind.
I was gonna say mining because it's slow, but honestly, I like MLM.
You like
I've,
AFK?
I've spent a lot of hours in MLM, even though people don't like it, just because I don't mind it.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say mining, then I was like, I actually kind of like Giant's Foundry a lot.
Smithing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do like. He really likes Giant's Foundry, and I cannot relate. But I want to green log
I don't
it.
think you've been back in a long time.
I went for a little bit, and I just am not good at doing it quickly. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah, but yeah, I really like those skills. But the thing is, herb lore is bank standing, and that is really boring to me.
Yeah, at least fletching's quick bank standing.
They're both relatively quick, and I hate them both. The only thing
Fletching I got 99. Herblore I have not because I don't want to do it.
the thing that I don't mind about fletching is you can technically do it while doing agility.
That's true. Yeah.
That's the only thing that saves it for me because I would just do like bolts or yeah I would like tip bolts or something like that forever while doing agility.
Okay. What would you most... Oh, actually, we'll also read. Harger answered these as well. Harger also has no desire and would least enjoy construction because it would take a really long time to get the money to do it, which is a very valid point. It would be so expensive.
I wouldn't even like the clicking even if I had unlimited money.
Yeah, true. I hate the clicking it. What would you most enjoy getting to 200 mil? And let's do... Harger answered magic because you'd get naturally over time by casting of spells, but let's do non-combat.
You only had to train the skill 1 to 200 mil is what I'm
Ew.
imagining.
I can't think of it like that because it'll be too distressing. Because I was going to say, I don't love it, but I could easily see myself getting a 200 mil farming. It's actually pretty easy. I get like 200,000 XP a night and I just do it for like 30 minutes. So I would just do that every night until I got 200 mil.
Yeah,
That's why I'm saying I'm not imagining just one grind. I'd have to break it up.
pretty yucky, dude.
Farming. I'm already halfway there. I'm over halfway there.
Probably cooking.
Cooking's an easy one.
Yeah, cooking's pretty easy. I don't mind the clicking either.
Yeah. I don't know if I just get bored standing in the same place though.
Yeah, but I don't know.
That's why I kind of like farming because you're like running around more.
I don't know. It's pretty easy. Also, though, maybe fishing.
Fishing, you have a lot of different things you could do. Several
Yeah.
mini games.
There's a few like tick manipulation techniques I wanted to learn.
Hmm.
So yeah, maybe fishing.
Okay.
I think I take back what I said because I don't think the amount of like small amount of attention that I would have to pay to cooking would be enjoyable after a long time.
Yeah. Just getting to max was like kind of blit at the end.
I would like fishing because I could AFK it or I could like not.
Yeah. Cooking's kind of the same all the time.
Yeah.
Eileen just got 200 mil cooking, by the way. Let's do it. GZ Eileen!
Yeah, GZ.
It's crazy. I was at work, so I wasn't there. But, oh my god, I don't know how she does it. Next question is from Harger. Final question this week. Story time first. When I was playing RuneScape as a kid, around 2010, my dad paid me to quit RuneScape for 100 euros. True story, and I accepted. I didn't play again until 2016. How much would someone have to pay you to quit RuneScape? Say your line.
Not much.
Earlier, when I told him this question ahead of time, he said, I would pay someone to make me quit RuneScape. I would actually have to take a lot because I've made money off of this streaming.
Have you?
Yeah, technically. That was
That's like $1 an hour.
But I did it for like 3 years, so I added it up a little bit. And I just like it.
Okay, there you go. That's the real
And
reason.
I really like it.
Yeah.
It would take a lot. It would take like 100,000.
100,000. That's not a lot. But
Should I do more?
Nope.
Well, because I was
You already
thinking
said
about
it.
it, I've definitely made. This is really pitiful.
I've definitely made 100,000. So
No, really pitiful because over 3 years, I probably made like 30, almost 40K over 3 years.
That's generous.
Aren't we happy that I have a job now?
That's very generous.
Aren't we so happy? So I would definitely want to make a lot more than that.
Yeah.
So maybe over 100.
Yeah, it
That's
wouldn't.
generous.
It wouldn't take me very much.
I would pay you.
If you're all like, yeah, I'll give you $1,000 to never play this game again, I'd be like, all right, bet.
He would play again though, I think.
And it'd have to be like cash though, for sure.
Guaranteed.
But yeah, no. If it was like to never play ever again,
A lot. Okay, then if it's never ever again in my life, it's more than 100K because I play that game all the time.
yeah, if it's never ever again, probably like $5,000 just for the inconvenience of not being able to play it if I so chose.
That'd be so funny to still have the podcast.
I mean, that'd be fine. I'll just tell you about other games.
You do it anyway.
Yeah.
To be fair.
But yeah.
I want to say more than 100 then. I'll say, what's enough to buy a house? Not 1 million. No,
Here,
not here.
the average is 900 here.
Frick.
So.
Because that feels like too much.
Yep.
500,000.
Okay, that's a pretty decent house in the middle of nowhere. Cool.
The housing market must crash soon, surely.
Sure.
Surely.
But yeah, so yeah, it wouldn't take much. But how
It's gonna
much?
take a lot for me.
How much would it cost for you to never play a video game again?
Any video game?
Not on your phone.
Okay.
Not on your.
Does that mean like no
Tablet.
solitaire at work? No Sudoku?
Yeah, we'll just say if it is
No
on a screen, you cannot play it. Video games. You can still play board games or Magic
Yeah.
the Gathering, whatever you want. But what about just video games?
I'm unbuyable. There's no amount. Because what would I do?
There's an amount. There's always an amount.
1 billion.
Okay. I mean, that's
But
an
then what
amount.
would I do with all my free time?
I don't know. Go play.
Outside?
Yeah, I don't know. I could think of a million things to do. I would just like drive around the most ridiculous like boats or something.
I don't actually need a bill. That's kind of too excessive.
Yeah, I was like,
I need enough to retire and travel around because I'm not going to play video games. So I want to travel
like $5 million then.
more. I want it to be like an extravagant, and I'll need an expensive hobby.
Oh, like $20 million.
$20
then.
million for me to never play video ever again. Video game.
Video.
Ever again.
Never play video.
I'd be so jealous watching people though. Robert just got me to Switch Joy-Cons. My first thought was, oh, I can never even use the Joy-Cons.
Yep, never.
That'd be really sad. A lot of money.
It would take a lot.
It would take you just as much, I think.
No,
It'd be really hard for you too.
I would say it would have to be an amount that would allow me to live not super comfortable. I would say probably like probably like $1 million.
I would want it to be enough to retire and have like never be stressed about money ever again.
Oh, that's just absurd.
Which I think 20 is low-key too much, but 5 was too little because, yeah, I'd probably have to find another hobby, and I need to give myself wiggle room. I'll say 8 mil.
Yeah.
I could lower it 8 mil.
I was thinking a mil because at that point, I would be really close to being able to buy my time. Because, if we're talking about the market, if you put $1 million in the market, you're making, 80 grand on a okay year.
Yeah.
120 on a good year. So it's like, yeah, I don't know, definitely a mil. I wouldn't buy a house. I would probably just put it in the market almost immediately, especially right now. It's a really down market. Shout out to Intel. But
I'd buy a house, and I'd do one of those like golden visas overseas, where if you're rich enough, they just let you move there.
well, if you buy a house, you wouldn't have a golden visa. Well, I mean, if you had the 20 mil, I guess that's different.
I would have 8 now.
Okay.
I lowered it. I realized 20. No one needs 20 mil. That's too
Yeah,
much.
because I mean, you could definitely buy a decent house here for a mil.
Yeah, but I want to move overseas. So it's
Well, then yeah, you could
additional
definitely
price.
buy a decent house. It would be a nice house for a mil over
You
there.
guys should see houses for a mil in San Diego.
It is
They
a
are.
shack.
They still look nice inside, to be fair. And I will say, it's really nice living here. But it's funny. Being a kid and imagining a house for $1 million, it is not what you would expect.
Yeah.
It is like 2 bedroom, 1 bath,
If
800
you-
square feet, $1 million.
If you grew up in the early 2000s, 5 mil is now 1 mil. Is
5 mil is now 1 mil.
yeah.
Is that backwards?
No.
Oh, 5 million spending, it will now only get you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like back in the
Imagine
day,
if
you're like, oh, if I had $1 million house, it would look like,
Yeah, now it's if I had $5 million house.
like all the cribs that you saw. You're like, oh, if I had $1 million, I'd look like one of those rappers' houses. But now it'd probably be closer to 5.
Yeah. It also just depends where you live.
Yeah.
We live somewhere mega expensive.
Yeah, you could definitely. I mean, if you moved to like Arkansas, you could still obviously buy like a multi-story mansion for $1 million.
Paid out. I'm not moving to Arkansas for a mansion.
I'm just saying, it's not impossible. That's
Sorry
not
if you're in Arkansas.
That's not what we're saying. But yeah, we rambled way too long. That is end of the questions.
Still a mega short episode, but that's okay.
Yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, you can check out our socials somewhere.
Yeah, our TikTok and Twitter are Bunebapeosrs. Our Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram are all Bunebape. Reminder, I'm doing a special 3-year affiliate anniversary stream Friday, 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. That'll be Friday, August 9th. Twitch.tv/Bunebape. Come hang out with me. I don't know what group content we're going to do, but I'm going to be in a cosplay. I don't know if my cosplay will be here in time, but I have a backup idea.
Huge.
So I'll have to go to Michael's for tomorrow if necessary. But yeah, it should be fun. Stop by.
Big if true.
Big if true.
That's going to be it. So yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed it. We'll see you very soon.
See you all
See you all
very soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.